a light in the rain. Acti, city of shadows. Dusk settles over the city, street lamps flickering to life, casting shadows in the rain-soaked alleys, the sky. A bruised gray promises more rain, and neon signs hum like distant stars, their vibrant colors reflecting on the pavement. I tighten my coat against the chill, but feel the cold biting my bones. The scent of rain mingles with the city's pulse. A symphony of honking cars and hurried footsteps amidst this. I stand feeling lost until an old psalm surfaces. My grandmother's voice soothing. The Lord of mercy is my comfort.
In my song, closing my eyes, I pray, Lord of mercy, I am weary and burdened. Guide me through this storm. Let my faith, though dim, burn bright. My plea matches my heartbeat, warm, stirring within, subtle as a whisper. It is as if the Lord Himself wraps me in an unseen embrace. On the edge of forgiveness, the city's towers loom, glass and steel forming an imposing fortress. Steady hymn, pound but ease my internal struggle, drawn to a narrow stairwell. Each creaking step reflects my weariness. The walls, cracked with peeling paint, smell of dampness, echoes of forgotten rain, scenes from my argument with my brother replay. Words like knives, leaving deep scars. I pause on the stairs, regret pressing heavily, sinking onto the steps. The chill touches my skin and my heart clenches. Shepherd of my soul, I whisper, tracing the railing's rough surface. Forgive my harshness, help me mend what I've broken. As my prayer fades, clarity washes over me, lifting confusion and guiding me towards reconciliation. This moment opens a window to divine understanding. My steps feeling lighter, driven by an unseen hand urging action. The fire within emerging into the night. The city's orange-lit windows glow against the indigo sky. Beacons promising safety and warmth. I stand at my brother's door, heart thudding with fear and anticipation. I knock, the sound firm despite my hesitation, echoing with inevitability. When he opens the door, his face mirrors mine. Shadows of our exchange lingering, the dry heat of his apartment contrasts the night. Grounding me, I'm sorry, I say, words flowing naturally, like first rain on parched earth promising renewal. I've been prideful and harsh, can we start anew? He nods, understanding passing between us. A silent exchange of forgiveness and hope. Hope flickers within, faith rekindling, shedding light on our path to healing. In this quiet moment, I sense God's presence in our shared warmth and forgiveness. Holy One, light the flame of faith within me. Guide my steps through the shadows. Heal my heart with your mercy. Let your love transform my soul. This is a journey of the heart. Act I, the bus and the strangers. The desert stretches endlessly beyond the window, a vast ocean of golden sands shimmering under the relentless summer sun. Its mesmerizing beauty holds both promise and peril, and I find myself quietly captivated. The scenery a balm to my restless spirit. Our bus vibrates with the quiet hum of engines and the soft chatter of fellow travelers. It's an assorted crowd, each person carrying untold stories etched into the lines of weary faces. I press my forehead against the cool glass, seeking solace in its chill, which contrasts the warmth outside. Sitting across from me is an elderly woman, her silver hair pulled back into a neat bun, her eyes the color of stormy seas, fixed firmly beyond the horizon. The years have etched wisdom into the corners of her eyes, and the serenity knows no age. Suddenly, she turns towards me with a warmth that feels almost tangible tea. She offers her voice a melody over the bus's gentle rumble, holding out a battered thermos that has clearly seen many journeys. I accept, wrapping my hands around the cup as its warmth seeps into me. Its aroma, a comforting embrace, reminding me of home and hearth. Her name is Miriam, and as the bus wends its way through the endless desert expanse, our conversation unfolds like pages of a well-loved book. She shares her journey, a tale of loss and redemption, of finding peace in the most unexpected places. At one point, she quotes softly from Psalm 23, speaking of the shepherd that guides the soul through shadowed valleys to peaceful pastures. Her words are a balm, and like a melody half remembered, they echo in my heart. A moment of crisis. The bus rattles over a rough patch, jolting me from my reverie. My heart clenches as memories of the confession I need to make rush back to me. A heavy burden I've silently carried through this desert pilgrimage. Panic flares, and for a moment doubt clouds my mind like a sudden storm obscuring the sky. I close my eyes, drawing in a slow, steadying breath, and pray amidst the discord brewing within me. Lord of mercy, I whisper, my plea barely audible even to myself. Guide me through this chaos. I feel so lost, overwhelmed by fear. Be my strength in this hour of need. These words emerge voice of deep distress, a pure cry for direction. Amidst a storm of uncertainty, as my heart gropes fumblingly for divine comfort, a sense of calm begins to settle over me. Like a gentle hand smoothing the waters of my troubled soul, Miriam, as if sensing the tempest inside me, lays her gentle hand on my arm, her touch an anchor, stand firm. She says softly, her voice like a lighthouse steadying ships through storm-beaten seas. The turning point, as dusk descends, wrapping the desert in its cool embrace. We make a stop, I step off the bus, drawing a deep breath of the crisp evening air. A gentle breeze carries the sweet scent of sage, and above, the first stars twinkle in the vast canvas of the night sky. In the silence of the wilderness, I find a secluded spot and fall to my knees. The sand is cool beneath me, grounding me as I pray. Holy One, I breathe, my voice steady but soft. I lay this fear before you, grant me the courage to speak truth. To heal what is broken, I trust in your wisdom to guide my steps. In the stillness that follows, I feel a subtle shift. It's as if a gentle nudge, an unseen hand, or a whisper on the wind is urging me forward. Courage begins to swell within me, washing over the fear that has kept me bound. Rising with a renewed sense of purpose, I return to the bus, propelled by a newfound determination. I seek out the person I need to speak to. And as I confess, the words pour forth like long-awaited rains, quenching a parched land. It's not easy, but with every truth spoken, the burden on my
Flies and lights of house dolores cast a cold, sterile glow, fighting against the night as shadows gathered in corners outside. Rain streaked the glass with nature, relentless riven name, sat it in a stiff chair. I sprawl across the sky, a silvery tapestry offering secret kinship. The distant hum of traffic underlies the crickets' serenade, soothing, haunting. Jake inhales deeply, then releases a long sigh, as if shedding unseen burdens, a history of regrets and directionless roads. He collapses onto a weathered picnic bench, his eyes seeking solace lift to the heavens. Lord of mercy, what am I doing out here? He whispers, his voice quivering, his words fragile. Bowing his head, he cradles it in his hands, fingers intertwining like ancient roots, grappling for sustenance. He prays, words fragment land, sinking deeper with each tick of the clock. Bowing my head, fingers clutching the cross around my neck. I prayed, Lord of mercy, I can't carry this burden alone. I murmured, each word a plea sent heavenward. Be with him, be with us. I don't know how to do this. Silence enveloped me as I sat, eyes shut, seeking assurance from the divine. The ticking clock was the only sound, a soft metronome counting my heart's waiting beats deep inside. I yearned for peace, a quiet voice to soothe my troubled soul. A brief encounter. The soft clatter of a food cart broke my thoughts. A nurse composed made her rounds with a grace that defied the chaos. Her presence was a reminder that God sends his angels, not always with wings but in scrubs. She paused, her eyes soft with understanding, a quiet compassion without a word. In empathy's unspoken language, she pointed to the lamp. Light reminds us of hope, she said, her voice calming my storm. It stands even in darkness, don't you think? Her words, simple yet profound, resonated deeply within my weary soul. I nodded, murmuring a thank you as she continued down the hall. The lamp flickered, casting a golden halo, a holy ground. If only I could see through my despair. The call to reconcile, my phone buzzed, startling me. It was my brother Daniel, absent for years. Our pride had built walls, each grievance a brick in the barrier between us. But here, amidst quiet chaos, a tapestry of prayer and providence began to unfold. Reconciliation's threads woven by unseen hands. Our conversation teetered on tension, each word crafted to sidestep old wounds. Yet, beneath the surface, I felt God's prompting, a nudge towards healing. It was time for a turning prayer. Lord, shepherd of my soul, I whispered, rain pattering its own prayer. Guide us now, I lay down pride and fear. Help me forgive and be forgiven. His voice softened as did mine, our tones merging into gentleness. We spoke of our Father, old memories rustling like forgotten leaves, and shared love long unspoken began to emerge. There were tears, apologies, and a promise to rebuild, an unspoken agreement to let love be our cornerstone. Brick by brick, the sacred decision I left my chair, feeling the cool tile grounding me. The lamp's glow in the hallway illuminated my path. Each step a pilgrimage towards renewed faith. I walk towards a surgical wing, each footfall a prayer of gratitude, surrender and courage. My soul's silent hymn to trust its rhythm. The nurse from earlier nodded gently, as if sensing the transformation wrought by unseen hands. I realized I was walking barefoot on holy ground, each step echoing a heart unburdened, carried by grace and light as real as the floor beneath me. I felt an overwhelming sense of being held by something greater, a comfort wrapping around me like a warm embrace. Holy One, anchor of my restless heart, thank you for light in the guise of grace, for guiding hands and paths of grace. May I walk always in your light, into eternity's embrace. Holy One, anchor of my restless heart, thank you for light in the guise of grace, for guiding hands and paths of grace. May I walk always in your light, into eternity's embrace.